Y'all want to see a dead body? What's going on, y'all? Myke C Town. I don't even know what number this is, but hey, welcome to the vinyl shit. Last week we ended on uniform choice, and today we are starting with Venom, At War with Satan. I don't remember where I got this from, but I know I used to have fucking Venom's black metal and Welcome to Hell all on vinyl, but I think I sold them some time ago when I got low on money. But I kept At War with Satan because it's a little banged up. Didn't feel like anyone would really want to buy it. But yeah, this is a cool record. Nice gatefold. Of course, this was really important because this was when they kind of broke away from the standard fast thrash of their first two records. This was their third record. This is when they tried writing songs that were a little bit more complex. Of course, you had the title track, At War with Satan, which was like, I don't know, like 19 or 20 minutes long, full of all kinds of tempo changes, up, down, clean guitar parts. The whole album's full of like really ambitious songwriting. So I don't know if I would say this is a place to start with Venom. My favorite Venom album is still Primeval, but I'd probably tell people to start with like black metal just because it's, you know, it's their staple record. But this is still a really cool record. So if you see it, hey, pick it up. Next record I'm going to show you. This is Joy Atrophy by Virgin Forest. This is one of my best friends, Scott Stapleton. This is his band. He's also the friend that's in Phosphorescent. I met Scott, oh God, probably in like 2000 maybe. We were both in metal bands, and we became a fan of each other's bands, then played a fest together, and we've been buds ever since. This record's great. Really good folk rock. And I'm not even saying this because my friend's in the band, but the songwriting on this album is fantastic. I was so proud when I heard this. You know what I mean? Like, the melodies and the tones are incredible, and Scott's voice just fits so perfect over this music. Just listen to the songs Tired of Waiting, or South Beach, or How Long Can You Wait? Those are incredible songs. So if you're into folk rock, if you're into Phosphorescent, for fuck's sake, I think that you'll really enjoy this album. So if you see this somewhere, pick it up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is the Vlad Tepes Belketre split. I'm probably mispronouncing that, whatever. March to the Black Holocaust. Both of these bands were members of the Les Legions Noir, otherwise known as the French Legions, which was one of the most awesome black metal conglomerates ever. And this record is absolutely fantastic. Some of the grossest black metal you'll ever hear in your life. It sounds like it was recorded absolutely, not in the depths of hell, but in like a garbage can in a bathroom of hell. Some of it straddles the fence between like necro and just sounding like complete dog shit. But this record, awesome. There is the super awesome cover with these dudes in the forest looking nice and scary. There's nothing inside really. It's just the two records. But I mean, a lot of these things are bootlegs. If you're really into like disgusting black metal, like Judas Iscariot, you know, Black Funeral, Moonblood, that type of stuff, then I think you'll really like Vlad Tepes. Vlad Tepes is one of my favorite of the French Legions. My absolute favorite is Mutilation, but Vlad Tepes is really good. Belketre is good, but like their songs are a bit trebly, so they kind of hurt your ears to listen to. If they added some bass to the recordings, they'd be awesome. Shitty thing is, not all their music is like this. Some of it sounds like it's decently recorded, but it just so happens on this split, they gave us this weird trebly mess of a mix. But either way, it still sounds absolutely evil and gross and disgusting and ugly the way black metal is supposed to sound. Next record I'm going to show you, this is another Vlad Tepes album. This is War Funeral March. More super ugly, disgusting, gross, nasty black metal, but it's probably their best sounding record, their best recorded record. It still sounds like it was recorded in a trash can, but maybe like an expensive trash can with like insulation or something in it. The riffs on this thing, fantastic, top notch, great. They almost have like a thrash metal feel to them. Nothing super fancy about the record itself, you know. It does come with this neat booklet with all kinds of really weird images inside. Yeah, but Vlad Tepes, they are rad. If you're a fan of like super polished shit like Cradle of Filth or Dimmu Borgir or I don't know, whatever else is cool now, I wouldn't suggest you picking up Vlad Tepes. This shit, not to sound pretentious, but it's for those like those dudes that like that really cult type stuff, like old school Dark Throne, or you know, just the really nasty sounding stuff. I wouldn't suggest this to someone that's more into like the gothic, you know, symphonic black metal, because you'll be really disappointed. You'll be like, this sounds like ass trash. Why am I listening to this? But those of you that live in the darkness, in the depths, in the ass cracks of hell, Vlad Tepes, bruh. Vlad Tepes. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Tom Waits' Rain Dogs. I actually got this for a really good price, for like $10, which is awesome for any Tom Waits record. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, this was the second in his trilogy, which the trilogy was Swordfish, Trombone, and Frank's Wild Years. This has all kinds of different types of songs on them. Definitely combines that great old school blues feel with the that New Orleans-y blues sound. This record's awesome. I mean, that's really all I can say about it. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. I fucking love this guy, Tom Waits. If he ever comes in concert and you have a chance to see him, make sure you go, because you will not be disappointed. Yeah, Tom Waits, Rain Dogs. Pick it up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Scott Walker. This is Scott 3. Shout out to my boy Henry, to the boy Ellis. He recommended Scott Walker to me, and I've really enjoyed what I've listened to. But yeah, this is his third record, of course, which is why it's called Scott 3. This was when he was really starting to freak people out by his experimentation. Listening to it now, I don't think it's all that weird, but it probably was in 1969. It was probably pretty freaking crazy. I think people like Anthony from Anthony the Johnsons, if you like that kind of music, I think you'll really enjoy Scott Walker, especially his mid-era stuff. On first listen, you'll probably think it's a bit cheesy, you know, but once you listen to it 2 or 3 times, I think you'll really get it. You'll be like, wow, this shit is really, really fucking odd. It's got these really, really nice layout. I really like how they did that. But yeah, 1969 experimental music. Awesome stuff. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Scott Walker's The Drift. When I first heard this record, the first thing that came to mind was Over. It has that same dark, sparse, weird feel to it, and Scott Walker's voice is just absolutely mesmerizing. The music is very airy and very experimental. Like, there's not a whole lot of toe-tapping jams on here, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it almost sounds like a horror movie soundtrack with this awesome crooning vocalist singing over it. Super weird ass lyrics about torture and other fun weekend activities. Nothing too interesting about the records. If you like some of David Sylvian's later stuff, then I think you'll enjoy this. Like Dead Bees on a Cake on David Sylvian, I think you should check out Scott Walker, because that's almost the kind of feel it gives me, a more experimental David Sylvian. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Waldteufel, Waldteufel, Hiemledus, Deutchland. I'm probably fucking that all kinds of up. This is ritualistic folk music. You can definitely hear the devil in this record. People say that black metal is scary. Like, no, this shit right here, this shit is scary. If you didn't know better, you'd swear that on some songs this was like a group from like the 20s or the 30s or something. It's just really old world sounding folk music. Great acoustic guitar, lots of incredibly well played strings. But then you'll have like these weird ass like almost noise tracks in there, like these weird ambient tracks. Here is the cool, I don't know if you guys can see that, layout. If you're into stuff like Death in June or Fire and Ice, then I think you should pick this up. It also has Michael Moynihan, the guy from Blood Axis, the supposed Nazi guy. It also has the guy from one of the dudes from In Gowan Ring. He plays on this too. But yeah, this is a really, really good record. So if you ever come across it on purpose or accident, pick it up. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Watane Cassius Luciferi. I'm sure you guys, if you listen to black metal, you know who Watain is, but if you don't, they're really fucking awesome. Dark, like more modern sounding black metal. Like they're kind of a mix between Mayhem and Marduk, I think. Great atmosphere, super awesome musicianship. It's a repress from one of their older releases. I'm not sure the year, but I know this was repressed in like 2007 or 2008 or something like that. But I think the original album was from like 2002 maybe. But this is absolutely fantastic. I'm not really sure what else to tell you about it. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Sworn to the Dark, another record by Watain. This is a better recording than Casus Luciferi. It still has that great, almost muddy black metal sound, but parts of it are a little more clear. There's no real experimentation here. They're not doing anything completely out of the ordinary. It's just really well-played black metal. When you hear this album, like the riffs are just incredible. The vocals are incredible. Like on this one, you hear a little bit more dissection influence, which maybe because they're Swedish, they're pulling from these bands like Marduk and Dissection, who are also Swedish. You can see that, dog. You can see that, dog. Yeah. Great, great, great album. Next record I'm going to show you, slightly embarrassing, but this is Watain, The Wild Hunt. I'll go ahead and talk about the music first. On this album, they broke away from their traditional sound of like standard black metal. The playing on here is a lot more interesting. Like some of the songs are really frenzied and chaotic, while other songs are more put together and solid. Like some of the songs have like a really epic feel to them. Some of them almost have like a Bathory feel to them, like borderline rock and roll style black metal. Like The Child Must Die is one of the songs that's like that. Then there's another song that's right after The Child Must Die. I think it's called They Ride or They Rode, something like that. That's almost like Maiden-esque. Now I'll tell you about this record. I picked this up at my local record store because it says, as you can see, limited to 500. So I'm like, holy shit, the new Watain, limited to 500. I'm going to pick this up because I love Watain. And it's limited to 500. Then I get it home and I open it and there's no insert and the records are just this. This is some bullshit. Bullshit. And when you look this crap up online, like it's not even worth any money. I paid the same amount of money for this as I would have paid for like the standard record that has an insert and a nice cover. And there's nothing cool about this. Like, it's just the record, but with no artwork. Fucking stupid. So, if you see this around and you, like, trip out, oh my god, cool, don't buy this, dude. It's not worth anything. You can probably get this online for 20 fucking bucks, dude. Don't be like me. Alright, research shit before you buy it. I learned my lesson. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Wayland and Willie. This is some classic Willie and Wayland tracks. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. If you can touch her at all, it's not supposed to be that way. Oh man, I can get off on you. I can't remember how this song goes, but he has that shit about take back the cocaine, baby. Take back the pills, take back the whiskey too. I can't remember how it goes though, but I remember those are the lyrics because it's like, take all that shit back because I can get off on you. Yeah. Anyway, this is a great record. Wurlitzer Prize. They ought to give me the Wurlitzer Prize. Oh man, yeah, this is a great record. Willie and Wayland, two of the best to ever do it on one album. And it's such a nice record, man. Like, it has like these really cool, like raised cover. It's really nice. So yeah, pick this up if you ever see it around. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Houdini Escape. To be honest, I have no fucking clue where this album came from. I don't think I bought it. I don't really listen to it. I'm not gonna front and act like I listen to Houdini all the time because I'm like some cool hip hop head where, you know, I study the roots, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know the roots, then, you know what I'm saying, you don't know where you're going if you don't know your past, son. So, yo, check out Houdini, kid, because that's like the real hip hop. Nah, man. Their beats were really cool, like those retro electro type beats. But, I mean, their rhymes weren't anything to be like backflipping over. Like, they're fun, but, you know, I can't say that they really aged well. Some of these songs are really fun, you know. 5 Minutes of Funk, Freaks Come Out at Night, Big Mouth, Big Mouth, Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. I remember there was this one line that's really funny on this album. It was something like, oh man, I'm gonna take you on a trip to the Twilight Zone. I don't need no spaceship, I got my microphone. Like, that's some pimp shit, but other than that, didn't age well. Sorry, Houdini. I almost said Houdis on your knees. Like, that would have been funny. That would have so not been funny. What the fuck is wrong with me? And I'm not even really quite drunk yet. The last record I'm going to show you in this edition of the Vinyl Shit, this is Wildernessking, The Writing of Gods in the Sand. If you guys remember, this was on my top 10 non-hip-hop albums of 2012, and I still think this is a fantastic album. It's definitely like atmospheric black metal, but it mixes a lot of like screamo into it. The riffs still kill me. Awesome musicianship, awesome song structures. It's a double vinyl, really nice layout here. You know, it's the inside there and the back cover. What's really interesting is I became friends with Keenan, who does vocals for this band. And he's like a really big hip-hop head. Really cool. Really nice guy, seems like. But yeah, shout out to Keenan. We need some new music from you guys. Like, what the fuck's going on, man? Record some shit. You guys see this vinyl, though, dude. It's fucking beautiful. Look at this. Oh, man. Tell me that is not gorgeous. So that's it for this edition of the Vinyl Shit. Sorry it took me so long. I'll try to do these more often. I've just been extremely busy. But yeah, hopefully I'll try to do one of these next week. And that's it. Alright? You know how we do. Thank you for living. Thank you for loving. Thank you for being you. And, you know how we do in these streets, bro. Peace, bitches.